Kinky fuckers of YouTube, we are going to try to do a video this way for you. And apparently I'm also in the reflection behind me, which is super intriguing, but that's alright. I also have a giant mountain of a pimple on my face right where my fucking mask goes, so that's pleasant for you to look at. Hopefully that's not too distracting. Anyway, we promised you a new YouTube video. All this uncensored fun. We promised you a new YouTube video, and I'm going to go ahead and get it out while I'm rocking my super spiffy Bayside High shirt that I just got from Loot Crate. They keep sending me shit despite the fact that I canceled their subscription, but hey, you know what? Cool, thanks. I happen to be a big Saved by the Bell fan. Actually met Principal Belding, got blitzed with him. I got blitzed with Belding. Drank bourbon with Belding and got blitzed. See that 3 times fast. Alright, so anyway, we promised you new content. We're going to give it to you. I'm going to try it this way as another format since we had such nightmare fucking issues doing it with the iPhone. We're still trying to work out the kinks here, pun intended. So hopefully this works. Hopefully you like it. But we're going to do a real simple talky one. And what I want to talk to you guys about is the differences between daddy. And specifically 3 forms of daddy. There is, yes, daddy. Okay. There is being an actual daddy. And I don't mean father, I mean daddy. And then there's also sugar daddy. And I want to clarify these 3. There's a giant fucking difference, okay, between you being a man, or woman, really, if that's your thing, and liking to be called daddy while doing the deed, okay? That's all well and good, whether it's daddy or poppy or whatever, okay? There's a huge gap between that and being an actual daddy when it comes to kink or otherwise. And also, there's a huge miscommunication lately, or misconception, I should say, when it comes to the concept of what a sugar daddy is. So let's get that one out of the way first. Because somewhere along the line, all of this stuff has gotten just completely fucking twisted. And it's kind of sad. And I don't know if it's the websites doing it, I don't know if it's people doing it, but whatever. Here's the thing. And let me clarify too, I don't knock sex work at all. Obviously, I mean, what we do is a form of sex work in some way, shape, or form with OnlyFans and etc. And I'm all for women being empowered and being able to do that. And I mean, I'm a firm believer of legalization across the board and what it can do for society and women's rights and safety and everything else. That being said, sugar daddy technically should have nothing to do with prostitution or escorting or otherwise. It's gotten corrupted to that by a bunch of wannabe grown men who use that term as a cover. Oh, I'm not a John. I'm not a client. I'm a sugar daddy. No, you're not. Okay? A sugar daddy, all that is really is a man, or if you're a sugar mama, a woman, or whatever you identify as, a sugar person, a sugar they, is somebody who can provide a better lifestyle, better opportunity, better whatever than your average run-of-the-mill fuckboy, probably your age. Typically, there's probably going to be an age gap there. But it's basically the difference between McDonald's and Netflix and somebody who can go, hey, I am interested in you, I care about you, and because I'm in a relationship with you, mind you, it's supposed to be a relationship, but because I'm in a relationship with you, I want to help you. And I have the ability to help you. I'm going to help you build your credit. I'm going to help you follow your dreams. I'm going to provide you a better lifestyle than what you might otherwise achieve. It's like the Marilyn Monroe quote that Alice was very good with. All right, eating chocolate, okay.
Isn't it delicious?
It is. It's the... Sorry. It's the Marilyn Monroe quote that she used once that I was really proud of. And that dating a sugar daddy shouldn't be all about the money or otherwise. The same as dating a woman shouldn't be all about the looks. But it helps. It does. And in the world of millennials who are so lost upon the idea of being able to provide a home for their partner, like it's not it shouldn't be looked at with this negativity. And here's why I'm bringing this up. Because it doesn't necessarily have to do with kink, although some people just have that kink, and that's kind of my point, is it crosses over, okay? Because a lot of what really a sugar daddy should be ties into the same reason why a lot of people seek out a dom or a daddy or a mentor or somebody otherwise. 50 style husband, 50 style household, whatever. And that's where I want to clarify. If you like being called daddy while you're doing the dirty and your partner's okay with it, consent is key, good for you. Okay? Awesome. If they're down for it, you fucking do it. And you have her scream daddy to the fucking high heavens. All right? Great. But just because of that doesn't make you a daddy. And that's where the point I'm getting. And it's really not just daddy. It's dom, it's mommy, it's dom with an E. It's all those. But let's talk specifically about the daddy situation, because especially in that case, I feel like it has some specifics. So here's why. And also, let me clarify additionally that your partner doesn't have to be a little or a middle to enjoy calling you daddy or to seek a daddy. But the difference lies in this. If a submissive in general requires more structure, more support, more communication, more integrity, more honor, more maturity, more guidance, then those things alone you have to take into consideration before you can call yourself a dom versus just a kinky person like spank the girlfriend. Daddy then is the even further step past that. If you're going to identify as a daddy, then you need to be ready, aware, and willing to take on all that means. And that's why I said it crosses over a lot with the sugar daddy thing. Now, does that mean that you as a daddy have to be rich? No. Does it mean that you have to be wealthy beyond your means? No. Does it mean that your partner shouldn't work? No. What it means is that person is trusting you to guide their life. Not just in the bedroom. Not just to tell them how to, don't fuck me like this, fuck me like that. None of that. Yes, sexuality can be a part of it, but no. They're trusting you with their mental health, with their physical health, with their life and their lifestyle and their future. And you, if you're going to take that title, have to remember a few things. That you were there to help them. And frankly, if I'm being honest, if you're trying to call yourself daddy or mommy and you're 20, 21, 22, you really got no business doing it. Now again, not trying to be an ageist. That doesn't mean that they can't call you daddy or otherwise, but specifically when it comes to being an actual daddy and actually taking care of your partner, giving them, frankly, none of us have reached the emotional maturity to do it at that point. Even somebody like me who's been through more shit in 37 years than I should have, and even by 22, 23, had been through more shit than anybody should have, still, I was still earning my way to that title. Because realistically, I want to be 100% blunt with you. If you want to really be a daddy, you need to have control of yourself. You need to have control of your finances. Doesn't mean you have to be rich. You have to be in control of your finances. You have to be able to provide a home for your partner. You have to be able to provide opportunity for your partner. You have to be able to support them through their goals. Okay? And also, to be frank, not Freddie, Frank, you cannot ever be immature, toxic, even if the relationship ends. Your goal going into a relationship with any partner, but really, especially if you're going to be a fucking daddy, your goal should be that your partner leaves better than they came in. At least the same, but realistically better. So that way, if you're with your partner for 3 months, 3 years, or 30 years, they come out of it better. Now, we know people. Not all people are going to have that opinion. Sometimes relationships end badly, but it shouldn't be your doing. And if you're not willing to take on that capability, please don't call yourself daddy. And if I may challenge you, I will give you a few more things. Doesn't mean you have to go back to school, but understand psychology. Understand trauma, understand sociology, learn, read, okay? Especially because a lot of people, a lot of persons who may seek out that daddy role, they want to do more than just have somebody to call daddy while they're getting railed, okay? They want to have somebody that can counsel them if they have stress, or perhaps they have past trauma or triggers. They want to have somebody that can be there for them and be a guiding force. And also, to do stupid shit, make doctor's appointments, help do their taxes, just little things like this. It's going to vary relationship to relationship and person to person, okay? And above all else, just like any other relationship, you want to make sure you communicate. On both sides. Your partner's responsible to communicate too. If they don't communicate with you, they're equally as guilty, if not more so. But, that being said, thank you. That being said, be prepared to take on that responsibility. If you've been a dom for 3 months, you have no time to be, you can't be a daddy. If you were not aware of how things can go with a little, and some of the specific things they need, guidance, security, stability, support, you're not a daddy. Now, I would implore all of you to do the research that you can, to do the education of yourself that you can. And hell, I mean, this video is a little freeform, so I'll tell you this too. Leave comments. Ask your questions, and I will respond with future videos. We want to help you. We want to give you tools, and we want to give you an outside perspective. Okay? So, if your partner just likes to call you daddy, and you just like to be called daddy, poppy, like I said, whatever, when you're doing the dirty, hey, good for you. Not here to yuck your yum. But if you're going to be a daddy, if you're going to identify as a daddy in the kink world, and or if you're going to be a sugar daddy or claim to be, first of all, don't be a dirtbag, okay? If you want to hire an escort, if you want to hire a sex worker, good for you. Hire a sex worker. No problem. Support him, consensual, make sure that, whatever. Great, good for you. But, don't call yourself a sugar daddy. But, do not call yourself a sugar daddy. And if you are going to call yourself a sugar daddy, then understand the responsibility to this. Because I will tell you that I've known women who have been in that world. And let me tell you something, bud. You going, hey, baby, I'll give you $300 a week or some other bullshit amount of money. Basically the bare fucking minimum they will accept to deal with your toxic fucking ass. If that's what you do, that you're not being a daddy. You're trying to get an employee that bones you for the least dollar amount possible. Okay? That's not how that works. Because as a sugar daddy, or as a daddy in general, you should be trying to elevate them to another level. You should be trying to help them to achieve. Now, I personally don't identify as a sugar daddy. I identify as daddy. But it happens to be that I'm also an old school man. And I believe as a man who has a partner that I give a shit about, that I love.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Or, if we get back, when we find additional partners, if we have partners
How do we get off?
that we love,
Get off.
I feel that my responsibility as the daddy, as the dom, as the head of the household, is to provide more for them than just a title and a swift swat on the butt. Okay? Every partner I've had, and specifically we'll use Alice because she's sitting right here. I help Alice build her credit. I help Alice with anything she needs in the way of setting doctor's appointments or otherwise. I help make sure that she gets the things that she needs. And I have opened my heart, my home, my soul, everything to her. Alice and I share a bank account. We share everything. If we have other partners, it's the same way. Doesn't matter who makes more money. Technically, my income with my corporate job and everything else we do is technically higher. Does that matter? No. And it shouldn't matter because we're in a relationship long term.
technically, with the amount of physical effort that I do, his household would not stay together if I
This
was
is
not
also
here.
true. This is also true.
So,
But if you don't have the capability to do that, if you don't have the maturity and the honesty and the integrity to do that, you're not a daddy. And I will tell you this too also, and this is one thing I haven't said yet. If you think it's all about fucking you, you definitely ain't a daddy. Because it's not all about you. It's about them. Okay? If you cannot set aside yourself to provide for them, to take care of them, to keep them safe, to keep them happy, to provide for them, then you are not a daddy. You're a kinky fuckboy that likes being called daddy. Which really isn't a step further than going, oh, step bro, I'm stuck in the dryer. It's a kink. It's all this title. Something dirty you say.
I mean, it is.
I call her a dirty little whore when I fuck her. It doesn't mean that she is. Okay, that's the difference. You're talking about a sexy thing you say when you're doing the dirty versus a title. And if you want the fucking title, earn it. And again, like I said, this is a free-form video. We're trying it out. I want your questions. I want your comments. Give them all to us, please. And we will respond to them as best as we possibly fucking can. With as much honesty and intent as we can. We hope you like it. I might do one more of these tonight for you. But there you go. And also do stay tuned because we are going to be working on some other cool overlays and all kinds of great shit. But that being said, hopefully that gives you a little bit of insight in the difference. I look forward to your questions, and I look forward to interacting with more kinky fuckers of YouTube. There you go. See you soon.